Sonam, would you like to go ahead, setting the ground rules?
Sir. Good afternoon. Very warm welcome to all of you to the ATOAI's 26th virtual members meet. My name is Sonam Bhutia and I manage the administration for ATOAI. Just few points to be followed on Zoom. I request everybody to put their mic on mute to ensure there's no disturbance and the meeting is being conducted smoothly. And as a host, I do have the option to put everyone on mute and will be doing so whenever required. And if you have any questions for our speaker, please do mention it in the chat box and we will take that up for you. And also to inform you that our meeting is being live streamed on Facebook. And I would now request our Senior Vice President, Mr. Tejbir Singh Anand, to welcome the House. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sonam, and very good evening to every one of you, each one of you. It's such a delight to meet all of you. It's been a long time we all have not met, and but the good thing is, that we are actually getting busy with the work. A lot of business, flowing in. I'm pretty sure that everyone is very busy, and that's what we've been waiting for such a long time. I would like to start this meeting today by introducing the new team which has taken over. It's been some time, but formally, a very quick introduction of the team. We are being led by our very dynamic president, Mr. Ajit Bajaj, followed by myself as the Senior Vice President, Vaibhav Kala as the Vice President, Ronnie Singh Gulati as Honorary Secretary, Neeraj Bhatt as Honorary Treasurer, and Vishwas Makhija as the immediate past President. Now, supporting the office bearers are the Executive Committee members who are Ravi Kumar, Rahul Sharma, Amit Periwal, Sanjay Basu, Pradeep Murthy, Tundab Dorje, Arvind Bhardwaj, Milan Bhide, Rajesh Oja, and Dhruv Raza. I'm very happy to share with you today few initiatives, new initiatives that your association has taken up, and we're trying to brainstorm and search forward with them. And they're as follows. And to start with, I have 5 pointers to share with you today. First and foremost, we are looking at doing a seminar at the Indian Mountaineering Foundation in February, mid or third week, depending on the dates that we get from the IMF. It will be a one-day seminar where we will be talking about excellence in adventure travel, and we will be having a lot of eminent speakers who will talk about and deliberate about responsible and sustainable adventure travel, best practices in tourism, adventure tourism, risk mitigation, and GSTC 4 pillars as to the way forward in adventure travel. We do expect a lot of state tourism and union territory state tourism governments to also be a part of it, because this is a very important subject, and as the world is recognizing the importance of these subjects, we are getting serious about it. Second, we are also working hand in hand with the BIS. So ATOI and BIS are developing standards for different verticals in adventure tourism that can be a benchmark for the regulatory system. So in a first step, ATOI and BIS are developing standards for challenge courses, aerial adventure parks, zip lines, etc. And already a meeting has taken place, and the second one took place just a few days back, which was attended by Neeraj, who is our honorary treasurer. Not recently, in fact, just ahead is the International Tourism Mart, which is being organized by the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India in Mizoram, and which is from the 17th to the 19th of November. And 4 members are participating from adventure tour operators in this mart, which are Khemraj Thakur from Snowland Holidays, Sheikh Nadeeb, Sea and Sky Travels, Santosh Varghese, Santosh King Tours and Travels, V. Sri Kumara Menon from Chalukya Grace Tours. And I'd like to highlight the point that this is a mix of allied and active members. So there is a very homogeneous mix of both categories of membership. We're not ruling out the allied members. In fact, we take them along. Now, my third point is very, very exciting, which we've been really building upon it for a very long time, but we're very happy to say that this would see the day of the light very soon. In fact, it's already on the run. We've been thinking about that. There's a very burning topic every time. Almost all the associations talk about that. what is it that a member would like to have from the association, apart from being a member, going to a convention once in a year, networking platform, members meet 1 or 2 a year, that's it. So that set us thinking that we need to go, that extra mile and that extra step to somehow empower our members, may it be a small, micro, or a large size company, irrespective. So what we have rolled out, and it's short, and we are very happy to announce it today, right here in this meeting, is that ATOAI is launching a members advantage card. Sonam, is it possible to just quickly share the screen and show what the card would look like? Yeah, so something like this. This is going to be a digital card. It will not be a physical card, but what does a card say, or what does a card do? Now, the main objective is to empower ATOAI members in their business, in the marketing, sourcing, contracting, and lowest possible B2B purchases, and enhancing their profitability. Not many members have the power or the time to contract with the big time hotels, or or have the, or somehow get all these these advantages that usually a big time company can do. So we are aiming to strengthen our micro and a small size company members. Now, at the launch itself, the card immediately offers features such as special deals from equipment manufacturers, contracting with B2B contracting with hotels, special deals from the insurance companies, offering also the biggest and the physical and the digital market platform in India with confirmed B2B meetings, so that you can grow your business, and many more to come as we surge ahead. I'm very proud, and it's a great privilege to announce a few partners who've already, kind of initiated the dialogue, accepted the dialogue, and soon we will be signing the MOU with them. And here they are. The first on the line is Summit Hotels. I'm sure that you all know about Summit Hotels. It is one of the largest Himalayan hospitality chain of hotels, having 19 properties. Their hotels and resorts are well chosen and located in the scenic hill stations spread across Northeast India, Eastern Himalaya, Himachal, Uttarakhand, so on. So they have agreed to create IDs for ATOAI members and extend discounts over and above what they usually give. So whatever you may be using them also for the moment, this will be more than that, over and above. So thank you, Summit Hotels, for coming on board as a partner. May I quickly request Amit Periwal, who is also an EC member, to come and just quickly, say a few words.
Hi. Good afternoon, Tejbir and everybody else.
So yes, can you remove the screen, please? Can you stop sharing the screen? Yeah, thanks.
Yes, we had started this dialogue to actually get an additional discount from Summit Hotels, and they've agreed. So, usually if they give about a 20% travel agents commission for the season, so this is going to be 25% for the ATOAI members. And individual login IDs will be created for all the members, and that will be shared. And the process of booking, live inventory management, all of that will be shared with the members. So I'm sure this is going to empower them to, actually go that extra mile and earn that extra benefit being ATOAI members.
Thank you, Amit. And you let the cat out of the... I was not going to reveal as to what you're giving, but nevertheless, you did it. So thank you. Thanks a ton. Amit is one of the directors at Summit Hotels, and they also run Clubside, which is a legendary, travel company in the eastern part of the Himalayas. Thank you, Amit, so much. Next, on the line, we have ASC 360. Again, somebody who's very popular with all of us, and we all work with them, Prateek. And Prateek has offered to give discounts on all domestic and international policies for the clients, discount on the annual policy for professionals, guide, instructors, and porters, standardized low cost on CGL policies, which is the comprehensive general liability insurance, and the third party liability policy for the companies. Prateek, would you just like to come in for 30 seconds and introduce yourself and say hi to the members?
Hi, Tejvi. Thank you. Great initiative. I think it was need of the hour and after COVID. So, of course, we started the company, and the first body we approached was ATOAI. So I think I have started my journey with ATOAI. I have been members for 7 years. So we are offering more than what we are offering directly to the members already. So we will offer, if I could say, Tejvi, Thank you. So apart from these discounts, there is priority services like on-call doctor medical advisories. If you have any special requirement for your projects, we are happy to probably give you the best of the advice and priority cashless air evacuations and medical evacuations wherever your clients are. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Prateek. And I remember I was in fact telling him this conversation started, way back in our Hanumantiya convention where we were both sitting in the bus together, and he was sharing with me that this is what he wants to bring on board. And yes, today it took a long time, Prateek, sorry for that, but we today do, collaborate and we go ahead, and I'm sure every member of ATOAI benefits from this. Two more partners who I'd like to mention, but they're not here at the moment in this meeting, but nevertheless, the Park Hotels, who are known to everyone. Park Hotels have the Park and Zone by the Park across the country. I think they have 19 hotels, and the Park has also agreed to give us special rates, which can be used by all the ATOAI members, and with very liberal cancellation policies. Shortly, all this will be relayed to all the ATOAI members over the email, and I'm sure that this will really, really strengthen all our members. Lastly, the fourth one which we have is the GPS. It's called the Global Panorama Show. And Global Panorama Show at present runs across 10 cities in the country. They are very popular, being the hybrid model, whereas you also physically exhibit, and online also you get an account which is active throughout the year. So which means even after the show has finished, you are still live, and it's a B2B show, which means that you get X number of meetings confirmed when you participate. Now they have gone up to the extent of offering us almost like a 40-45% discount on normally what they do. And we will be rolling out the special, incentive scheme that they've given us. I think it can't get better. Honestly speaking, it's about picking up 10 shows in the country. All those who have products and would like to exhibit and do business with other travel agents across the country, it can't be a better proposition. Last, the next I would like to call upon is Ashwani Panan, who is the chairperson of ATOAI's Women Collective. And I would like to invite her to share her story and the update on recent developments at ATOAI's Women Collective.
Thank you, Tejveer. It's an honor today to address the House. ATOAI Women's Collective was formed in June 2021 with an intent to create a network of women entrepreneurs associated with the adventure travel tourism industry, and also to help budding and aspiring women entrepreneurs find a firm footing. This all-women's task force has been formed with the purpose to inspire, nurture, and celebrate women in adventure travel. The collective's focus is to develop and empower women entrepreneurs, and at the same time, sensitize the industry to become more women-friendly, enhancing women's safety, and further promoting adventure tourism among fellow women. We work to ensure that women's contribution in this industry is fostered, recognized, and celebrated. It is AWC's objective to give visibility to the women in adventure travel and give them a voice. We wish to create a community for women in ATOAI for peer mentoring, networking, and sharing resources, as we believe this would encourage them. In the past year, few initiatives have been taken in order to give recognition to the stalwarts of the industry and celebrate their achievements. AWC has been organizing felicitation meets. Spotlight on Women in Adventure is a series that is being done in partnership with Track Talk, where we write about the women entrepreneurs who have been in the industry for a long time, as well as budding newcomers. We hope to encourage more women to join in through this initiative by learning from their stories. We have recently launched another initiative, Find Your Tribe. Efforts are underway to build a network of women adventure activity guides, outdoor instructors in the country. Data is being collected from IMF and all other mountaineering institutes in India, which will be made available for ATOAI members all over the country. It is an initiative to make this connection between adventure tour operators and these skilled women. In all these endeavors, I am joined by a wonderful team of dynamic women, Akanksha Garg, Guneet Puri, Devika Jeet, Jasmine Dugal, and every day more and more women are joining in. Quoting Charles Simic from his poem, "Who cannot howl, will not find his pack. We encourage all the women in adventure tourism to join AWC and let the world see you. Thank you for hearing me out.
Thank you. And indeed, that was very inspiring for all of us, I would say that. I'd also like to briefly call in Neerath Bhatt, because Neerath recently was at one of the meetings with the BIS. Neerath, just quickly in 1 minute, if you would like to share with the House, what is this about and what happened in the last meeting? Quickly, just 1 minute.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. BIS has initiated the standards for the adventure tourism. So we have about 34 verticals, and many verticals are critical for the standards. And without the standards, any regulations are very tough to implement. So BIS has initiated to develop Indian standards out of the multiple standards which is available in the world. So they are rigorously working within the committee and implementing their scientific approach to develop standards for the India. So first standard is on zipline and rope courses. There are 2 meetings already happened. Last one was a couple of days back, and very soon we will have several standards floated into the industry, so everybody can look at that and contribute into that. So this is a very good initiative for the industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Neerath. And we're very excited, that this initiative will really go a long way and will really streamline the industry, all of us, and benefit all of us. Okay, so I think with this, we'd like to open the House for question and answers, Q&A. And may I request you that if you can, post your messages in the chat box, we will like to pick it up, call you one by one, and then you can, speak to the House, and we'll try and, answer that. Or anyone who would like to connect and answer your question. The House is open, please, for everyone. We will be having Mr. Ashwani Lohani as our guest of honor today, who will be joining us at 5 p.m. So we have a good 30 minutes of networking time where we can all chit chat, exchange ideas, brainstorm. Please do let us know how you think the association can benefit each one of you. We are trying to do our bit, but we love to hear from you, because that is how actually we learn, and that's how we strengthen the association, and we go from, one peak to another peak, like this say. Vishal, would you like to post a question? Would you like to come in? Vishal, would you like to post a question? Oh, he's on a call, he's saying. Okay. Anyone else, please?
I think we should all come in one by one, introduce ourselves, our company, where we are from, like Tejbir said, and tell us what are your expectations from ATOAI and what we can do together.
With your permission, sir, I'd like to start.
Please, absolutely.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. This is Ajay Kalra. We've just started a venture in caravan tourism and experiences that we're creating out of north of India. And we're happy to be part of ATOAI. In fact, we are a newbie in the tourism travel space. And we really look forward to associating with the members for developing sites which are, conducive for caravanning and seeding and building the caravan culture in this country. So please do get in touch with us. We are rbon.in on web and Instagram, etc. So please be in touch, and we'll be very happy to collaborate. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I think this is all what this platform is all about, that we all need to collaborate. We all need to pat on each other's back, promote each other's products, because we're all rock solid. That's why we are here on this platform. I would certainly like to recommend. In fact, Ajay and me also did try and talk, and we were trying to do something together, which we will do in future also. And that's a way forward. We all have products, all of us. Either we create our own treks or our expeditions, or we have properties, or we sell our equipment, or we are into insurance or whatever. So there is so much that the strength of this house has. It's just a matter of being shared, and there's enough business within this house itself that we don't need to look out anywhere. I would say that.
Absolutely.
Who'd like to go next, please? Would you like to? Anyone is welcome to introduce yourself. If you're new to the association, more the reason to come ahead and please introduce yourself so that we all know as to who you are. What are you doing? How can we assist you? How can we help you?
I think we have outdoor adventures indoor.
Yeah. Can I go ahead, sir?
Welcome, Rakesh.
Yeah. Hi, Tejbir. Hello. Nice to see you over here, and thank you for for this initiative. So this is Rakesh Jain. I am from Indore and run a company called Outdoor Adventures. It's around 20 years old company, and we are into the adventures around Indore, in Pachmadi, Mandu, and all, and also in Himalayas. So I just want to know, Tejbir, the card what you have shown, ATOAI card, what is the benefit of that card for a member?
I'm glad somebody is awake and not sleeping, because I thought that nobody's excited after hearing, what I had to share about the card. Gosh,
yeah,
I thought that,
to think about.
Anyway, so Rakesh, this card is all about empowering all of us, and hota kya na ki matlab, there is a limit to which we can all contract, or we can, buy and purchase. But when we come together as a collective, as an association, then we say that we are around 500 members. So obviously anyone would like to do business, And here we thought कि पहले हम internally बात करें, like Summit Hotels is a member, Pratik is a member. They have some fantastic products, Now, if you are doing business with Summit Hotels, for example, you would have been getting 20%, like Amit said. But for being an ATOAI member, they will be creating your IDs separately. So each company will get an ID, and you will be able to see a real-time inventory on all their hotels. And when you hotels, you get 5% extra off. So that's a huge amount. 5% मतलब आज की डेट में एक बहुत बड़ी गेम बन जाती है, whereas people have started playing on very mere margins. So yeah, it's a big difference. In off season, I think they are giving 35. In season, they're giving 25. So like Pratik said, that if you buy insurance from me, I will give you my stipulated list, which you can pick up from, and that's what we've been doing. But although I stopped him to leak the secret, but I think let's do it now. He's giving you 15% more on whatever he was giving individually to all of us. So that's another 15% profit to all of us. And then over and above, there are so many other things that he's offering, and it's very generous of all these people who are coming ahead. We all market ourselves. We go to TTF, we go to OTMs, we go to so many other platforms where we pick up a stall, a booth, and we market ourselves, correct? So GPS is one of the platforms which is more powerful. Why? Because it is not just about a booth, it is about confirmed B2B fixed meetings. So for example, if you go to a show, you will have X amount of meetings, fixed over there, and they will happen. So you get a one-night accommodation in that city, you get meals from lunch to lunch, you get confirmed B2B meetings, on the GPS platform. And also when the event finishes after 2 days, you will still be live on their on the digital platform, and still business goes on for the next year. So it's a very powerful, thing to say that 10 cities in a year you do, and you do it at a very small price, which everyone can afford. And you get accommodation, and you get meals, and you get confirmed meetings. I like to call in Tundup over here, because Tundup is a part of this, this thing, and he also is in fact right now in Visakhapatnam. He just finished GPS in Visakhapatnam. Perhaps Tundup, if you can, in just 2-3 minutes, explain to the house that how you as a company benefit, as Over and Escape, आपको क्या फायदा मिलता है जब आप exhibit करते हैं just as a member, what is the benefit that you're deriving? Because I see you are doing this back to back. आप कोई भी show नहीं छोड़ते GPS का.
हाँ जी सर, जीपीएस के साथ एक्चुअली पिछले 7-8 साल से हम लोग जुड़े हैं एक्चुअली. और सबसे पहला जो हमने जीपीएस के साथ जो है जाने का डिसाइड किया है, क्योंकि जीपीएस का एक ये है एजुकेशनल ट्रिप जो है एडविन करके है. तो एडविन जो है एजुकेशनल ट्रिप है ट्रैवल एजेंट्स के लिए. तो अभी सबसे पहले हाँ जी,
आप पहले ना वो अपने खाली जीपीएस के बारे में बताइए, जो हमारा जीपीएस की जो B2B मीटिंग्स होती हैं.
राइट सर.
बिकॉज दे विल गेट कंफ्यूज्ड अदरवाइज.
हाँ, जीपीएस का ये है सर, एक्चुअली 1-to-1 मीटिंग होता है. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपका जो है सिलेक्टेड जो मेंबर्स को बुलाते हैं वो फेयर्स में, और 1-to-1 मीटिंग होते हैं जिसमें आपको काफ़ी टाइम मिल जाता है. और ये जो जीपीएस जो है 2 टायर 3 टायर सिटीज़ में होता है. तो अगर आप देखेंगे कि जितने भी मेट्रोज से जो बिजनेस आता है वो ज़्यादातर बिजनेस जो है वो 2 टायर 3 टायर सिटीज़ से जनरेट होता है. और उसके कारण हमने ज्वाइन किया. और वो जीपीएस जो है बहुत अच्छा एक प्लेटफॉर्म रहा है मार्केटिंग के लिए. और एक मार्केटिंग का भी ऐसा नहीं है कि जैसे हम OTM साटे ज्वाइन करते हैं तो हमें उतना टाइम नहीं मिलता है लोगों के साथ बात करने का या एक्सचेंज करने का. लेकिन यहाँ पे जीपीएस में 1-to-1 मीटिंग होता है और जिसमें काफ़ी टाइम मिल जाता है लोगों को एक दूसरे से बात करने का. तो जीपीएस अभी तक जहाँ तक मुझे लगा है कि साटे हमने किया है, OTM किया है, मुझे साटे या OTM से ज़्यादा बेनिफिशियल जो है मुझे जीपीएस लगा.
Thank you, Tundop. And like they say that right from the horse's mouth. And 7-8 साल का experience अगर Tundop share कर रहे हैं तो I'm sure that that's good enough for all of us to kind of take a little learning and perhaps consider exhibiting where you get maximum benefits. We're not trying to kind of patronize anyone over here, but it's all about great feedback. It's all about where a person is getting more benefit. And GPS has been very kind to offer us a price which is like absolutely unbelievable. तो वो आपको जरूर मेल पे आपको सबको बताया जाएगा. And but the condition is that you have to pick up all the 10 shows. उनके 10 shows होते हैं पूरे साल में. Still, it's very reasonable, looking at that. And if you do the 10 shows, they give you a price which is very, very rock bottom.
Hi, Tejbir. May I come in?
Hey, Mr. Kaul. How are you, sir?
Very well, very well. Good evening, good afternoon to everyone. And hi, Ajit and everybody. Neerath, first of all, compliments for reinitiating the virtual meets. And we all know how beneficial it has been and how it has helped us to connect members pan-India. So compliments for the efforts. And yes, and many, many compliments and congratulations for the members card. And I know we all are so excited about it. This has been on our to-do list for decades, if I may so. And yes, some great products which can be like introduced in it, and a mail to members can be sent, etc., etc. And looking forward to using that. Looking forward to using the other benefits. Also, our friend from RV On was there. I can tell I have seen that product myself, and it's a great product for luxury clients. I call it air charter of land transport. You can use it, and looking forward to the added benefits which our card will give, and looking forward to more meetings. Thank you. This is Vinayak Call from Solar and Expeditions. We are based in Delhi, organizing activity holidays since past 3 decades. Thank you.
And Vinayak is usually, it's a snow leopard company, so they are most of the time in Ladakh only. ये दिल्ली आते नहीं है, ये खाली वहीं से बात करते हैं. Am I right, sir? Or are you back in Delhi?
फिलहाल दिल्ली में सर, गाड़ी में दिल्ली के ट्रैफिक में ड्राइव कर रहा हूँ.
अच्छा. Welcome back to the madness.
Vinayak has been one of our pillars at ATOAI.
Thank you.
Great to have you, Vinayak. Yeah.
Absolutely, some great stuff done by the earlier teams on which we are also going to ride on, and perhaps spring even more higher. So thank you, Vinayak, for the fantastic work that you did in the last term. I think Vishal Gogia wants to come in and say something. Vishal, would you like to? Vishal, would you like to come in?
I have a question.
Please go ahead.
Can I?
Yeah, Tunu, please go
हाँ
ahead.
जी, एक्चुअली एक इशू है, अब यहाँ पे एक्चुअली एडवेंचर टूर ऑपरेटर एसोसिएशन है, ये लद्दाख से रिलेटेड है। मुझे ये कुछ एक आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट मैं समझता हूँ। जैसे कि आप सबको पता है कि लद्दाख में लद्दाख ओपन हुआ था 1974 में, तो 74 से अभी तक जो है, चाहे ट्रैकिंग हो, माउंटेनियरिंग हो, बहुत अच्छी तरह से चला रहे थे। लोकल से कोई इसमें इश्यूज नहीं था। लेकिन आपको पता है स्टॉक कंगरी जो है वो काफ़ी सालों से बंद है, क्योंकि विलेजर्स ने यहाँ पे जब स्टॉक कंगरी में मास टूरिज्म आना शुरू हुआ, तो उसके बाद विलेजर्स ने ये स्टॉक कंगरी जो है वो बंद कर दिया। और अभी भी एक्चुअली यहाँ पे जो अल्टोआ है, लद्दाख में जो ट्रैवल एजेंट एसोसिएशन है, वो ट्राई कर रहे हैं कि स्टॉक कंगरी को दोबारा ओपन करें, लेकिन विलेजर्स जो है बिल्कुल ही इंटरेस्ट नहीं दिखा रहा है, क्योंकि मेन रीज़न ये है कि पिछले कई सालों से लद्दाख में जो है बहुत से कंपनीज जो है, डोमेस्टिक एजेंट्स ने जो है मास टूरिज्म एक्चुअली यहाँ पे काफ़ी शुरू किया है, जिसके कारण जो है स्टॉक कंगरी बंद हो गया। और उसके बाद जो है सेकंड एग्जांपल है, जैसे चादर ट्रैक है। चादर ट्रैक एक टाइम पे ऐसा सबसे प्रीमियम एक प्रोडक्ट होता था जो हम सेल करते थे। हम 45, 50, $60 से कम में हम कभी सेल ही नहीं होते थे। तो आज के टाइम में चादर ट्रैक ऐसा एक प्रोडक्ट बन गया है जो आपका 7-8 का दिन का जो पैकेज जो है 18,000 में सेल होता है। और अगर आप 18,000 में भी सेल कर रहे हैं तो तब भी सेल नहीं होता है, क्योंकि इतना कंपटीशन है, इतना मास टूरिज्म आ गया और इतना चीप ये प्रोडक्ट बन गया कि आप जितना भी कोशिश करें आप बीट नहीं कर सकते। तो अब एक चीज ये है कि हमें अभी ये देखने को मिला है कि जहाँ जहाँ पे मास टूरिज्म का आना शुरू हो जाता है, तो वहाँ पे वो प्रोडक्ट जो है एक तरह से बिल्कुल ही बंद हो जाता है। जैसे मतलब एक तरह से जो है हम लोगों का ही मतलब एडवेंचर टूर ऑपरेटर अल्टोआ बोले या एडवेंचर टूर ऑपरेटर एसोसिएशन बोले, हम सबका वो था कि इस तरह के जो प्रोडक्ट्स को, स्टॉक कंगरी जो है काफ़ी अच्छा प्रोडक्ट था, चादर था बहुत, और स्टॉक कंगरी को फाइनली बंद कर दिया। और फिर चादर भी अब गवर्नमेंट जो है लास्ट ईयर कोविड हुआ था, कोविड के कारण जो है चादर ट्रैक को एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ने बंद कर दिया और इसमें काफ़ी मास टूरिज्म आ रहे थे। मुझे एक तरह से ऐसा लगता है कि वो बंद करने का एक रीज़न ये था कि लोग ये सोचता है कि यार बहुत लोग आ जाते हैं और बहुत गंद फैलता है, और इस तरह से इसके कारण जो है वो बंद करता है। तो अभी धीरे धीरे ऐसा कुछ दिख रहा है कि अगर हम इसको कंट्रोल नहीं करेंगे, हम सब मिलके एडवेंचर टूर ऑपरेटर जो एसोसिएशंस मिलके अगर हम इसको कंट्रोल नहीं करेंगे, तो ऐसा लगता है कि आगे जाके जो है बहुत से जो हमारे अच्छे प्रोडक्ट से, अच्छे ट्रैकिंग से, अच्छे माउंटेन से, वो सब बंद होने वाले हैं। तो इसके लिए ये आप लोगों के सामने मुझे ये रखना था। तो हमें ये थोड़ा सोचना पड़ेगा। आप लोगों के लिए भी एक क्वेश्चन है कि हम इस बारे में क्या कर सकते हैं।
Ajit, would you like to take it on?
Sure. Tonupji, you've raised a very, very valid point. Couldn't agree with you more. One of the things we are requesting the state governments, the central government, is to do carrying capacity studies, right? I'm going to talk about it in a little while, but you see now the good news is we have a national board for adventure tourism, right? And हो क्या रहा है हमारे देश में that you are getting something called the ban cycle. A product becomes popular, more and more people come there, it becomes mass tourism, like you said, and either a high court or National Green Tribunal or the state government says, we are banning it, right? As we've seen, with the stoke and chadar, like you mentioned. So I think the important thing is for all of these products to determine carrying capacity and to have a proper management and monitoring system in position, right? That is critical. And to have an online booking system which is absolutely fair and transparent on a first come, first served basis, right? I'm sure, for instance, in Ladakh, if we were to manage the chadar a little better, look at having a few marshals to ensure that the campsites are left clean, even if it's honorary wardens, so to speak, I'm sure there could be a big impact. Yeah.
Look, there's a lot happening, and we are all equally concerned. Honestly speaking, this has actually been a really burning topic, and as we go ahead, I think all states are getting sensitized about over-tourism. We all have started talking. So that's the biggest, thing that we could have achieved. पहले कोई सुनता भी नहीं था, पहले किसी को फर्क नहीं पड़ता था, अब सबको फर्क पड़ता है. So that's the first step I think we all have, kind of onboarded. Second step going ahead, the National Tourism Board for Adventure, as Ajit, just shared, has actually, it's a huge manual, this big manual, which is actually taking care of every smallest of the point that we could think of it. It's a fantastic thing which is coming up. It's actually happened. The first meeting, the first two meetings have happened. The third is just happening on the 14th. And slowly we will also be sharing with you as to the new developments which are happening in the National Tourism Board for Adventure. Yeah, so going ahead, I know the challenges have been great, and we have managed to come up to a level where we have a board, who's going to talk about it. So I think good times are ahead. The king of good times for adventure travel should be, ahead. I would say that. Okay, can I request Sunil to come in, please?
Namaskar, everybody.
Namaskar.
My name is Sunil Buch. I'm an allied member, and in line with Ajay Kalra, I think I'm a newbie here. We have a very interesting product that I wanted to kind of share with the esteemed members of ATOAI. Outdoor is definitely in. Wherever I talk to people, everybody's outdoors, they're trekking and stuff like that. And what really happens is that when we're outdoors, while we're enjoying that stuff, we get company from insects, right? And insect bites do happen. So we are proud to present to you that we are India's first and most innovative post-insect bite device, which actually works on mosquito bites, on bee stings and wasp stings, works on ant bites. And because it's a suction device, it also helps remove splinters and thorns, right? So we have a brand called Get Out now. For example, there's a caravan that Ajay was talking about, and if it's there. So we were just very keen to kind of figure out that how can we enhance the experience, because when a guest is coming to our resort or our place, all we want to do is enhance their experience to the max that we can. So we are saying get out now and go places while you're there, without the fear of pesky insects and stuff like that. So I just wanted to kind of express my pleasure to be a part of this esteemed association, and let's see how we can add value to our customers and the experience, because travel gets over but experiences don't. So that's where we are. Thank you.
Very, very well said, Sunilji. And may I propose that the Get Out Now should be Get On Board ATOAI's advantage card for the members. So if we have the Get Out Now on board, I think the message is gone very strong to the members. B, please do give us something more than what you sell so that the members can benefit. And we will, market your product, across, our bandwidth. So it's a win-win for everyone over here.
Absolutely. Looking forward, sir.
And
Done. So in the next meeting, we'll have more.
Yeah, to add to what Tejbir ji is saying, I think all of us should be able to put our products on this B2B advantage card, like Tejbir said. And I think this could be a fantastic opportunity for all of us as well. So like he said, I mean, whether it's hotels, airlines, whether it's equipment manufacturers or other products like insurance or like your product, Sunilji, I think this will be really beneficial for all our members.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
We've also got stalwarts like Mr. Sunil Gupta here, Mr. Sudhir Patil. who I'm sure, they've always been a pillar of support for our association, and I'm sure they will also contribute to our members' card. Sunilji, would you like to say something? And Sudhirji?
Hi, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Sudhirji. Please go ahead.
Thank you. I'm a new member of this association and hearing all experts' view on the association as well as a lot of knowledge gaining. So let's see how we contribute to association and all members in near future. We recently started few treks, but then we are just looking for the treks for the normal person and not to take a crowded place. So let's see, and I'm very keen to gain some knowledge from all of you and see that how we enhance this experience to other members as well as other guests also from our region. So look forward to have more and more interaction in near future. Thank you.
Thank you, Sudhirji, and it's an honor to have a stalwart like you in our association. It's a great pride for us, and we are all very excited to work with you, with your company. Members, Sudhirji's company is a very heavyweight company, so please log on to him and try and sell your products to him. I'm sure it's one big platform for you to talk to him. So absolutely, sir, with delight. Sunilji, the second Sunil, like you said, will the second Sunilji like to go ahead? Who's a dearest friend, and he's been a friend for adventure tour operators since I don't know when. मैं भी जब पहली बार आया था एसोसिएशन में शायद 20 साल पहले या ज्यादा, तभी already मतलब हमारे सीनियर हुआ करते थे. It's an honor to have you, sir. Sunilji, would you like to address the house, please?
आप म्यूट पे सुनील जी.
आप म्यूट पे हैं सुनील जी.
Tejbir, while he comes on, Guneet Puri would like to go next.
Sure. Sunil ji, can you unmute yourself? आप म्यूट पे हैं सुनील जी.
Hi, I'm sorry.
Yeah, now we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Tejbir Bhai, and good evening to everyone. I'm Sunil Gupta. I have a small company called Travel Bureau. We are a ground support. We are your local partners. As Tejbir said, I've had the privilege to serve most of the ATOI members, and I'm so fortunate to have the affection. I've received huge love, support, and blessings of the ATOI members. I could see Ajit Saab, I can see Tejbir ji and his wife, beautiful wife, and our heroes like Vinayak ji and Vishal Bhai, Montikku Saab, Yasmin, Sudhir Patil Saab is our leader and inspiration. So it's always nice to be together. The association is doing very well, giving us platform, giving us direction, giving us support. And we have Ajit ji now as our leader. So we are so very fortunate. And we do some part of the adventure, but we are also into now, thanks to Modi ji, the religious tourism is also on the go. And we have now started our representations and offices in Prayagraj. We have office in Ayodhya. We are covering Patna and new places like Bodh Gaya. So besides Agra, Khajuraho, Varanasi, Calcutta, we are also present in about 7-8 more cities. So anything that I can do, I would be very happy, very honored, and I'm just a call away. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Tejbir ji. Over to you.
Sunil ji, मुझे ना एक reverse analogy याद आ गई कि a small company like yours तो पहले ना वो जब मारुति नई नई आई थी तो एक पीछे से लिखा होता था कि जब मैं बड़ा होऊंगा मैं मर्सिडीज बनूंगा। तो इट रियली स्ट्रक मी कि अगर आपकी छोटी कंपनी, तो मैं भी बोलना चाहूंगा कि मैं भी जब बड़ा होऊंगा मैं भी मतलब सुनील गुप्ता जी की कंपनी की तरह छोटा बनना चाहूंगा। Anyway, it's an honor to have you, sir, and reputed, respected people and companies like you. That is what makes ATOAI a very, very strong body. We have Guneet Puri who would like to go next. Guneet, would you like to come in?
Yes, thank you, and a very good evening to everybody. I'm Guneet Puri from Bohemian Adventures LLP. We are an adventures company run by 3 women, and we are based out of Uttarakhand and Bombay. So we do a lot of treks and climbing expeditions. We also do inclusive treks, which is including persons with disabilities on our treks, and a lot of senior citizens as well. Essentially, groups that have previously been marginalized or are not as encouraged to trek because of social makeup and other issues. However, the point I wanted to bring up today is regarding mountaineering in Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand, which the Forest Department, of course, has been a thorn in all our sides for years. And I'd like to start by thanking ATOAI for getting Uttarakhand Forest Department and the Tourism Department to integrate their stuff along with the IMF's website to make things a lot easier for us while we book peaks. So the problem that we are facing is that earlier, for any climbing expedition on a particular peak, the rule that the Uttarakhand Forest Department had was that we couldn't have more than 2 simultaneous expeditions at the same time in the same week. That is essentially just to make sure that there aren't too many people at base camp at the same time. Ever since they've integrated into the IMF thing, and we must understand that now that everything is automated, there are no changes that can be made from our side, at least. I mean, nothing can be done in the back end or manually or by talking to them. What has happened is that they've now made it only 2 expeditions per peak per month. So supposing I book an expedition starting the 1st of November, there can only be somebody else who can book on any of the dates. Now, this of course is posing a lot of problems because some mountains are really big and some are not so big. Some mountains only take about a week, 10 days to climb. So the chances of 2 expeditions being on a peak at the same time were already very less. Now, I'll give you the flip side of what happened because I was on Satopant in September and we had to book our dates for end of August when somebody else cancelled, otherwise we weren't getting dates. And while we were on the mountain, the 2 companies that had already blocked their dates for September didn't actually come. And those dates weren't made free for anybody. So and since this is now that we're starting up again, this is good for everybody. So if somebody could liaise with them, I know Web of last year, Mr. Kala had a few months back had very kindly given me the number of Colonel Saab in Uttarakhand Tourism Development Board. However, however, it didn't actually come down to anything. He just talked for a while and didn't actually sort of present any sort of solutions that we could look at. So if we can talk to them and maybe have them integrate something into the automatic back end, maybe even 3 or 4 expeditions that are not simultaneous, because even if there is a week's gap between teams, it'll ensure that the base camp is not too crowded at the same time on any mountain. So thank you.
Thank you, Guneet, for raising this and sharing this with us and highlighting this. Indeed, these are, few issues that, are in our lives. Folks, I think we have our guest of honor, Mr. Ashwani Lohani, with us now. And Lohani Sahab, are you here? Are you logged in? There he is. Namaskar, Lohani Sahab, how are you?
Namaskar, namaskar. Good evening, everyone.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome
Yeah,
to the house, sir, and it's a great honor to have you here. And I think personally, I'm meeting you after a very, very long time. You still look the same, sir. Absolutely. Great. I'd like to introduce Mr. Lohani, although he's a rock star and he needs no introduction, but I have to do my duties. Friends, Mr. Lohani has been the chairman and managing director of ITDC. He's been commissioner and managing director of Madhya Pradesh Tourism Development Corporation, chairman and managing director of Air India, chairman of the Railway, Indian Railways, and currently he's serving as CEO of the GMR Group. Oof. Lohani साहब कुछ मेरे से रह गया तो please my apologies. That's a great honor, and may I please invite you and request you to address the house. It's been a very challenging time for all of us, and especially for in the tourism sector. And you've been a great pillar of strength in the tourism sector, and we'd all love to hear from you.
Thank you, Tejveer. अब आप सब लोग एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, आपको क्या बताऊं मैं टूरिज्म के बारे में? I don't think I think I can learn a lot from you rather than tell you about it. Yes, I have dealt with tourism level.
Sir, there's a little bit of an echo.
Let me bring my system closer to. Is it better now?
एक echo आ रही है सर, बाकी voice तो clear है.
क्या करूं उसको? लॉग इन करूं, लॉग आउट करके?
No, वैसे तो ठीक है. I think just a little echo.
I think I'll try to speak a bit slowly.
हाँ जी सर, ठीक है. This is fine now.
This is fine now. ठीक है. तो मैं यही कह रहा था तेजवीर और अजीत कि आप सब लोग एक्सपर्ट्स हैं. What is there with me to talk to you about adventure tourism? You are all experts in adventure tourism. I have gained some expertise in basically running organizations, running complicated organizations which have been deeply in raids. That is the only thing I have learned. And then in the process, I have learned a bit of tourism. So, well, right now I am working in the private sector. After 41 years or more, I don't know, but 44 years in the government. And transport is an inherent part of tourism. And having run railways and which are two major forms of transport in the country. And without travel, there is no tourism. And for traveling, you require a plane, or you require a train, or you require a bus, you require a car. So here I am. What I will do is, as I told Ajit, I'll recount my experiences while in the tourism sector, and specifically in the Madhya Pradesh tourism, because that has been one assignment which I have loved. Because Madhya Pradesh is a state which has everything in tourism. Extremely rich, extremely underexploited. And well, it was the summer of 2004 when I had joined the state of Madhya Pradesh for the first time. I'm in love with that state, and I worked there as head of tourism on three occasions. So I think that's also a record by itself. For going to a state on deputation 3 times in the same assignment. Well, it was the summer of 2004, and I landed in the headquarters of Madhya Pradesh Tourism. It was the tourism office was in 4th floor of Gangotri building in the main market of Bhopal. I went to the office, and it was like a typical government office. सरकारी ऑफिस जो बिल्कुल मरे हुए होते हैं, उसकी जैसी झलक थी उसमें. I entered my room at 4 o'clock in the evening. It was a 60 square feet chamber. I told my wife to sit there and I came out. I went to the lift lobby where the lift is. It was my first hour in Madhya Pradesh tourism. And I stood at the lift lobby, called all the staff of the headquarters. About 200 people used to work in the headquarters of Madhya Pradesh tourism. They all came down at the lift lobby and we had a chat. मैंने बोला उनको कि बहुत गंदा है ऑफिस. अगर मध्य प्रदेश टूरिज्म का ऑफिस इतना गंदा होगा तो राज्य में कौन आएगा? तुम्हारा राज्य में टूरिज्म का विकास करना तो कम से कम ऑफिस की सफाई करते हैं. तो सर यस, गुड आइडिया. I said, let's clean it up. Today is 24th of May 2004, 4 p.m. 25th of May 2004, 4 p.m. After 24 hours, I'll again come to your office and I'll go around the office. It was a typical सरकारी office. बैठे हुए थे, कुर्सियां टूटी-फूटी थी, टॉयलेट्स गंदे थे. तो मैंने कहा कि 24 घंटे दे रहा हूँ. तो कहते हैं नहीं तो बहुत कम, एक हफ्ता दीजिए. मैंने कहा नहीं, 24 घंटे में कर. The next day I again inspected that office and they had cleaned it up. The thing was that they were waiting for someone to tell them that कि कर दो. तो उन्होंने कर दिया. Then I called my engineer. Then again we were all standing at the lift lobby. मैंने कहा ऑफिस को अच्छा करना है. अच्छा करना है मतलब इटालियन मार्बल की फ्लोरिंग लगानी है, फर्नीचर नया लगाना है, न्यू कर्टेन्स लगाने हैं, एंड टॉयलेट फिटिंग्स जगुआर की करनी है, पाइप पे म्यूजिक करना है, वॉल पैनलिंग करनी है, रूम को टीक पैनलिंग करनी है. They were laughing, smiling away. ये क्या फालतू बात कर रहे हैं. तो मेरा जीएम फाइनेंस बोलता है कि साहब उसी समय एस्टिमेट बनाया हमने ऑन द स्पॉट फॉर द 25 or 30 lakhs रुपीस का एस्टिमेट था. तो भाई जीएम फाइनेंस टेल्स मी, सर पैसा तो है नहीं, we don't have any money. I said why? Because he said because we have been bankrupt for the last, since we were formed 1978 the company was formed. In 2004 I was there. The company had been continuously in losses for first 26 years. MP tourism. I said how much has been the accumulated losses? He told me some 25 or 30 crores. I think it was 50 crores. I said you can absorb a loss of 50 crores. You can't absorb a loss of another 25 lakhs. What sort of logic is this? 50 crore का लॉस अगर किया है एक्सेप्ट आज तक, तो क्या बनता है उनका भी करो लॉस एक्सेप्ट. समझ में आ गई बात. मैंने कहा ठीक है. लुक एट माय इंजीनियर. he said कि सब सरकार में है, 3 महीने टेंडर में लगेगा, उसके बाद काम करेंगे. At least 6 months it will require. I said nothing doing. 30 days is all what I'm giving you. In 30 days, set right the office. And if there is any problem with the vigilance agencies, I'll handle that. I take the responsibility. Then again there was a talk. My GM planning came up. And he said, sir, a new office is to be constructed in Barbara. I think a lot of you must have seen that new office, Paratan Bhavan, which I built. That has to be made. So why do you spend money now? Because that office always over. I said, even if the office takes 1 month to come, I'll improve this office because I'm not going to sit here for even 1 day in this shitty place. All things were settled. In the first 30 days, the office was renovated. In between, the chief minister called me and she said, "Kya ho raha hai? What are you doing?" Now, as things stand, as people say, we are all interested in big plans, big things, hearing grand proclamations. So, we'll take it to the skies, we'll do this, we'll do that. I told her, madam, we have not completely correct. She asked me, what will you do next? I said, office check karunga. I could see the irritation. What will you do next? Then I'll set right Hotel Palash, the flagship. It was really irritated. Then I said I'll set right the entire all properties, all ghats of the state, all signages, all tourist attractions. I'll start big plans after 2 years. And in this sequence, we'll do it. And that is how we went about it. From a state which was nowhere in the field of tourism, from a corporation which was in reds right from the beginning, we changed the total scenario. But we started from the place where we used to sit, that is our headquarters. We said that, right? Because prior to that, people used to say, yeah, we'll improve tourism, but we'll sit in the shit office. And that is not acceptable. That is just, it just doesn't work out. So then we picked up installation by installation and improved every single installation. The revenues of the corporation went up by, I think, 6 times in 6 years. The hotels started performing better than the private sector because I've always been a public sector man. And I always wanted to believe that public sector can also perform as well as the private sector. Every single hotel came in profits. We touched the entire state mastered the signages, interpretation notes, every single ghat was attended to, ghats were rebuilt, police was gotten, we started getting private investment, and we put the whole state on fire actually, so far as, and we came out with wonderful campaigns. We coined Madhya Pradesh as the Hindustan ka dil. Incredible India was, so I latched on to that and I said it's the heart of Incredible India. That is Hindustan ka dil. So that really caught on from that point of time. And the state went forward in the field of tourism. Now, coming back to the story, I talked to you about Paratan Bhavan, the new office which was still built. So immediately after setting right the existing office, we looked at the new office. It was sanctioned, money was there, and we started building it. In 1 year exactly, we built that office. It was the finest office in India. I don't think any organization in India had office better than that. It was built at the cost of 686 rupees per square feet, 25,000 square feet, 180 lakhs, in exactly 1 year. In exactly 1 year it was built. And then I had to leave. And I was again recalled back to the state. Exactly after 1 year. When I again came back to the state, the new office had not been utilized. It was lying vacant. खाली पड़ा हुआ था क्योंकि वो इतना सुंदर ऑफिस था कि उसमें किसी भी सरकारी आदमी को बैठने में हिचक हो रही थी. Every सरकारी man had an apprehension. How can we sit in such a grand office, such a corporate office with a corporate look? So the first thing I did was we shifted to that office and we got it inaugurated. There's a second tenure, that is July 2006. The Honorable Chief Minister came to, this was a new Chief Minister, he had come to the office to inaugurate it. He came to my chamber. From a 60 square foot chamber, I had graduated to a 1,000 square feet chamber. He looked at the office, he entered the office and he said, your office, Ashwani, your office is better than my office. I said, sorry, sir. Mr. Chahal is the Executive Director of Marketing. Most of you must be knowing Mr. Chahal. I said, his office is better than yours. Please don't compare your office with my office. He really had a big laugh. Then we looked at the whiteboard, which used to be the Elmar. On the whiteboard, we had written 30th June 2008. He looked at the date and he asked me, what is that date? I said, that is the date before which the government of India will accept that you are the finest state in tourism, you will get the National Tourism Award before that date. He shook hands with me and he said, all the best. February 2008, we got the first National Tourism Award for the best state in tourism in the country. And we got 4 national awards that year. And then the silsila started. Continuously, state had been getting national awards. But the main thing is that a lot of work was done. Now, why I've told you this story is from a sickly office in Titi Nagar, in Gangotri building, a shady building. We had come a long way. The same organization which was totally condemned, same organization which was totally condemned, had turned around. The same staff of Madhya Pradesh tourism, who had lost their morale, तो छाती सीधा चौड़ करके चलते थे कि हम मध्य प्रदेश टूरिज्म के स्टाफ हैं, हम बेस्ट हैं, we are the best. And that is what exactly happened. Every single unit of the Madhya Pradesh tourism excelled. There was one wayside, we talk about wayside amenities in tourism. Create wayside amenities. We created a wayside amenity at a place called Dodi. It was already there. I didn't create it, sorry. It was already there. We increased its revenues by 100 times in the first in the 6-year period I was there. And at a lot of places, the revenues went up by 100 times. 3 or 4 times, 5 times, 6 times was natural. And it was almost like a wave. Every single road was plastered with signage. I was making a mention of Uttarakhand. I've given a lot of, I keep on giving a lot of suggestions to Uttarakhand. I've been advising tourism to the Chief Minister also in Uttarakhand. There's some fundamental things which are required to be done. Basic fundamental things. Nothing more. They don't cost much. That is what the government has to do. And they can really make a tremendous difference in tourism. I go to Uttarakhand, I go to Dehradun. I expected that Dehradun, after becoming capital, would have improved. You don't find signages, you don't find interpretation boards, you don't find a place where you can have a cup of tea. Side abilities. These are fundamental things which can be done. They are not promoting their cuisine, they are not promoting their crafts, they are not promoting their destinations in the right way. The places to stay, Garhwal Mandal and have got tremendous places. Like tourism property. Their property is totally unkept, not cared for. They require one passionate guy to do it. It has to be done. My experience in Madhya Pradesh told me that everything is possible. It's possible to pick up a state which is not doing anything in tourism and make it the finest. It's possible to take a rundown government organization, turn it around, and make it profitable, make it finer than the private sector. It's possible. So that is what we did. But this was not the first time. I'm 80 batch in railway service. I got my batchmates and colleagues. And I think most of them have given up. They gave up after 10 years of service. They gave up on life. कुछ नहीं हो सकता. हम कुछ नहीं कर पाए. But I realized that is not true. We really want Ajit, who has climbed Everest almost half a dozen times. It's like a small mountain he treats Everest. They require people like that who that anything and everything is possible. I remember when I was the chairman of ITDC in 2001. Am I clearly audible?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
In 2001, I remember 2001 when 9/11 happened. So when 9/11 happened, tourism all over the world went down. it crashed. And the hospitality sector crashed. 9/11 was 11th of September. Just 2 months before that, I became the youngest ever chairman of the sector in India, that is ITTC. ITTC was a giant at that point of time. But it was a sick giant, extremely sick giant. And we had to remove the sickness, but 9/11 happened. Now, what anybody would have done, he would have given up कि अब तो सब कुछ हो नहीं सकता, पॉसिबल नहीं, अब क्या कर पाएंगे, वैसे ही चली हुई कंपनी है, सरकारी कॉम्प्लिकेशंस है, और ऊपर से 9/11 हो गया. I have to make an example of होटल अशोक, उसका एग्जाम्पल बना हुआ, क्योंकि मुझे ताज और मौर्य को बीट करना. तो एक तो जो हमारा होटल अशोक का जीएम था जो उस समय, उसको हमने ज्वाइन करते ही टारगेट दिया था 2 वर्ड में, बीट मौर्य. दैट वाज द टारगेट. इसी तरह से हमारे सभी विंग्स को इसी तरह के टारगेट्स मिले थे, 2 वर्ड्स थे, बीट हिम, बीट दैट. तो उनको मालूम हो कि किसको बीट करना है. बट जब 9/11 हो गया, तो हाउ टू वी हैड टू टर्न अराउंड. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल 2001-2002 was the worst ever year in the history of Hotel Ashok, with a 36 crores turnover and a 9 crores loss. And 2002-2003, because 9/11 happened, was going to be the worst ever year for them. It was supposed to dip down. The entire industry, the turnover went down, the profits went down. In 2002-2003 was the worst ever year for hospitality. तो 2001-2002 हमारे लिए इतना खराब था, 2002-2003 तो और खराब हो रहा था. बट हम लोगों ने क्या किया कि we decided. Now here I'm telling you a crucial word. We did not plan. We decided that this damn hotel will turn down in 2002-2003, and it will have a revenue growth of 60%. We kept a target of 60% revenue growth, 66% to be exact. What was the basis of this growth target? There was absolutely no basis. It was just a random figure which came to my mind. Because with that growth, we could have given a profit of 3 crores, as against a loss of 9 crores with the earlier figure. But this had no basis. The hotel infrastructure was in a bad shape. 9/11 had just happened. The organization was corrupt. Government procedures used to come in the way. CVC was very active. We decided that. Now, how to get the staff enthused? I remember we called all the staff of Ashwani Hotel at the change of shift, 4 o'clock, sometime around 4 o'clock. The evening, we called them to the convention hall. I went on the stage and addressed them. हमने उनको बोला कि 9/11 नहीं. We got to the stage. I said 9/11 did not happen. They were totally foxed. They don't know what to say. Because I was the chairman. तो उनको लगा कि शायद माथा घूम गया है, lost his bearing. I again said 9/11 नहीं. I repeated that. Repeated 2 or 3 times. And then I said it may have happened for the world, it's not happened for us. It has not happened for this hotel. It has happened for the Tajes and Mauryas of this world. It has not happened for us. We refuse to accept that 9/11 happened. We'll just turn around this property. We'll just turn around this property by sheer willpower. And it worked. The staff got so damn enthused. And then I asked them certain questions. I told them that I will not eat free in this property. You will also not eat free in this property. This is promised. I will not bring my relatives. You will not bring your relatives. Not even a cup of tea will go outside this property for me. It will not go out for you. I will not be corrupt. They all promised me that. And they said, we will turn on this property. In 2002-2003, without investing anything in the property, from 36 crores, our turnover went up to 58, not 60. We had pegged it to 36 to 60, 66%. It went up to 58, but I was sacked in December, 3 months before the financial year was to end. This is because we could not, the growth, tremendous growth of Ashoka could not be digested. It was difficult in the period when disinvestment was happening to see a public sector doing so very well. Now, why I've told you this? I've told you this because this turnaround was by sheer willpower. A sheer willpower, you can move things. You can take organizations forward. You can take states forward. You can take a country forward. You can do whatever you want. When I joined Jamalpur at the age of 17, there was a scheme called Jamalpur Special Class Apprentices Scheme, the railways. It was the only scheme of its kind, in which about 2 lakh लोग appear करते हैं, 10 या 12 लड़के चुनते हैं. When I joined that place, my batch had 18 guys. I had been a first divisioner in the class 12th, 10th and 12th in the senior cabinet, and 12th I was a good first division, a good student. But when I joined there, every one of my batchmates, he was a topper. Somebody was a topper of UP board, somebody was topper of CBSE. हर कोई topper था या top 10 में था state. I was the only guy who was not a ranker, who did not have a national rank in education. So when this rankled, बहुत खराब लगता था कि यार हमको बहुत अच्छे हुआ करते थे पढ़ाई में, यहाँ तो बिल्कुल एवरेज या मीडियोकर में है, सब लोग तो टॉपर्स हैं. तो मैंने कहा कि कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. तो वहां पे हम लोग को मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ाई जाती थी और मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग का एग्जाम हम लोग पास करते थे, जो यूके का एग्जाम होता था और इंडिया का एग्जाम होता था, तो उसको पास करना पड़ता था, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग की डिग्री. तो मैंने मैकेनिकल तो ले ली, फिर 4 साल में मैंने इलेक्ट्रिकल भी ले ली, फिर मेटलर्जी भी ले ली, और फिर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड टेलीकम्युनिकेशन की डिग्री भी कर ली. तो 20 साल 10 महीने की उम्र में मैं विश्व का अकेला आदमी बना who had 4 engineering degrees, and I was redeemed. ठीक है, हमने स्कूल में यूपी बोर्ड में टॉप नहीं किया या सीबीएसई में टॉप नहीं किया, बट एक वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड बनाया कि हमने 4 इंजीनियरिंग डिग्री करी, जो कोई नहीं करेगा, कोई करेगा भी नहीं, कोई बीटेक नहीं करेगा, कोई करेगा तो बीटेक एमटेक पीएचडी करेगा. This again is, if you think about it, tourism has gone through a very bad time the last 2.5 years. Corona के time में. I remember I had just joined GMR, and when I used to go to the Udan Bhavan, I could see planes lined up at the airport, on the runway, on the taxiway. Everywhere planes were just standing. Go to the station, you'll find trains standing there. Everywhere trains just standing. सड़कों में भीड़ नहीं थी. टूरिज्म और ट्रैवल सेक्टर तो टोटली खत्म हो गया. I know all of you have gone through a very tough time. But now good days are back again. They are back again. And if we want to do anything, अगर हम कुछ करना चाहते हैं, तो संभव है. मैंने आप लोग तो प्राइवेट सेक्टर में हवा में उड़ाने वाले लोग हैं. प्राइवेट सेक्टर कैन fly, can do whatever you want. I'm from the government sector, which is totally constrained. And I realized it is possible to achieve the impossible there was. Ferry engine ferry built in 1855 used to stand. 1907 से वो खड़ा था, 1907 तक चला था, उसके बाद वो खड़ा हो गया. जब मैं डायरेक्टर रेल म्यूजियम बना था, तो उस समय रेल म्यूजियम was considered to be one of the most sideline jobs in the Indian Railways. सबसे sideline posting उस लेवल की मानी जाती. वहां वो इंजन खड़ा था, उस इंजन को उन्होंने निकाला, उसको एक ट्रेन बनाई, एक लग्जरी ट्रेन बनाई कॉल्ड फेरी क्वीन एक्सप्रेस, जो दिल्ली से अलवर जाती थी, अलवर से सरिस्का ले जाती थी. मैं रेलवे का मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर, मैंने उस टूरिज्म पैकेज को पैकेज किया, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स किए, टिकट बनाए, बेचे, वो एक प्रोडक्ट बना, एक्सट्रीम हेरिटेज टूरिज्म सेगमेंट बना और एक गिनीज वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड मिला। 13 जनवरी 18 को गिनीज वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड मिला। और वही जो पोस्ट आफ्टर रेल म्यूजियम it became a high profile job. But also realization कि anything and everything is possible. और आप अगर डिसाइड कर लेंगे कुछ करने का, if you decide to do it rather than try to do it, डिसाइड कर लीजिए, उसका तरीका ढूंढ लीजिएगा। हमको एयर इंडिया दिया गया तो एयर इंडिया में हम उसी बारे में मीटिंग थी, पूछा कि आप क्या करेंगे, इसी साल अनाउंस करेंगे 15-16 में। अगस्त में ज्वाइन किया था, 16 मार्च का मैं टारगेट रखा कि उसी में टर्न अराउंड करेंगे। उन्होंने पूछा कैसे करेंगे, मैंने कहा कुछ मालूम नहीं कैसे करेंगे, करने का फैसला कर लिया है, इसलिए हो भी जाएगा। और उसी साल 200 करोड़ का प्रॉफिट निकला एयरलाइन से। बट देन वी टुक अ लॉट ऑफ बोल्ड डिसीजंस, we took decisions to link Delhi with San Francisco, link Delhi with Washington, on that, with Madrid, with Vienna, with Stockholm, with Copenhagen, with Israel, with Nairobi, and I don't know what else. But they are all decisions taken in the conventional private sector's time, wherein we decided to go ahead on gut. What are those figures, ASKMs, RBKMs, which we will keep on calculating? And every single decision came out to be fine, perfect. उस हमारी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जान गई, प्राइड आ गया। सैन फ्रांसिस्को की एक फ्लाइट ने उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के प्राइड के लिए जितना किया, उतना और कुछ कोई चीज नहीं कर सकती थी। उसमें प्राइड आ गया भयंकर, एंड टर्न आउट हो गया। पहले साल 200 करोड़ का प्रॉफिट, अगले साल 100 करोड़ का प्रॉफिट। बट it was not a net profit. तो नेट तो हो ही नहीं सकता, उसके लिए भगवान कृष्ण की जरूरत पड़ती है। सिर्फ 5,000 crores per annum was a debt servicing. We had made an operational profit and proved to the world this organization can run. It can run on a sustainable basis on its own. We just made a point. अगर हाथ पैर खुले होते तो उसको हम वर्ल्ड की फाइनेंशियल एयरलाइन बना। From dumps, it would have gone to the skies. It had already gone to the skies. It already had started acquiring pride and an image all over the world. Well, I'll not continue for too long. एडवेंचर टूरिज्म की तो बात मैंने करी नहीं, क्योंकि मुझे कुछ ज्यादा एडवेंचर टूरिज्म के बारे में मालूम नहीं। मुझे टूरिज्म के बारे में, चला के बारे में सीखा है। And we believe that everything is possible. But India is a country which has everything of everything. हमारे पास माउंटेन्स भी हैं, बीचेस भी हैं, रिलीजियस टूरिज्म भी है, हेरिटेज टूरिज्म भी जबरदस्त है, बिल्कुल नेगलेक्टेड पड़ी हुई है। हेरिटेज भी है, रिलीजियस टूरिज्म भी, सब कुछ है हमारे पास। क्या नहीं है, बट उसके बेसिस पे थोड़ी ना होता है। भगवान का दिया तो भगवान का दिया हुआ है। तो मुल्क आगे जाते हैं, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आगे जाती है, वो इंसान के दिए हुए से जाती है। अब वही सब चीजें उनको लेकर पैकेज करना है। The government has to, yes, government has to give a lot of input, and even the private sector can do a lot, be a lot aggressive. Actually, the government gives them simple solutions. जैसे मैंने, again I'll come back to Uttarakhand. मैंने एक मॉडल बनाया था। एक मॉडल बनाया था कि 50 फीट का, 40 फीट के करीब का एक अच्छा स्ट्रक्चर मैंने मॉडल किया था, लेआउट बनाया। उसमें 4 सेगमेंट्स हो, एक आपका क्राफ्ट का हो, एक आपका क्यूजीन का हो, एक आपका डेस्टिनेशन का हो, एक आपका लाउंज का हो, जिसमें आप उत्तराखंडी क्यूजीन की सर्व करें, उत्तराखंडी क्राफ्ट की सर्व के बारे में को सेल करें, उत्तराखंडी डेस्टिनेशन की बताएं, उसमें एक टॉयलेट ब्लॉक भी हो। उसको एक स्टैंडर्ड उत्तराखंड का मॉडल बना दीजिए और कम से कम 100 लगा दीजिए पूरे उत्तराखंड के 100 को, और साइनेजेस लगा दीजिए। हमने पूरे मध्य प्रदेश स्टेट को साइनेजेस से पार्ट दिया था, 5 से 6 करोड़ रुपए के साइनेजेस लगाए थे। आप कहीं भी जाओ, किसी भी रोड पे जाओ, you will see Madhya Pradesh tourism, the 4 tigers of the laughing tiger of Madhya Pradesh tourism. Anyway, these are small solutions which can really make a lot of difference. This can make a tremendous. But what actually happens is we start You start with very grand plans, and which generally don't see the light of the day. I'm going to write to the state of Uttarakhand. I just been there. I was quite disgusted to see the roads and lack of signages, lack of eating places. I'm just going to write to the CM, giving my 2 penny worth of suggestions to him. But they require a passionate guy in the government sector in each state. Tourism can flourish. कमाल हो सकता है और आप तो कमाल कर ही रहे हैं. Adventure tourism has tremendous potential in our country because of the entire range of Himalayas which we have. But मैं जानता हूँ कि कुछ fundamental issues आपके आ जाते हैं, which require to be sorted out proactively. But we have to be at it. We have to be at it. It has to be a never say die spirit. I've seen so many films in my life. ITDC chairman, highest promoted chairman, आगे फेंक दिए गए. Thrown out. We all performed. I fought with the current boss. My confidential reports are made up. 0. Unfit for promotion. Before I became chairman in India. NPI came back in my first step because I had अपनी राह पे चल रहा था. कभी-कभी हटा दिए जाते हैं उस राह से. So setbacks are a part of life. They are a part of life. But never say die spirit makes you a winner. And Ajit is one of my inspirations. The person who has conquered Everest so many times. That's all I had to say. I think I have overstepped my time. And I'm open to interaction and questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I think all I can say is that you're not just a rock star of the aviation sector, the tourism and hospitality sector, but you just make the entire country so proud. You are a Bharat Ratan, as I would say. And it's just such a huge honor and privilege to have you with us and to inspire all of us. All I want to say at this stage, sir, is that we have a vision of the Adventure Tour Operators Association of India. And our vision is that by 2030, we want to be ranked amongst the 10 best adventure countries on the planet. We have India's natural heritage is ranked as the 7th best on the planet. 73% of the Himalayan range in our country. We have every geographical terrain. We are a biodiversity hotspot. There's a huge challenge ahead of all of us, but in your spirit, we are sure we will rise to the occasion. There are some very good things that have happened. We now have a national board for adventure tourism. A lot of our issues, a lot of our problems are not only are they getting solved, but we are also thinking ahead. I'd like to share with you and all our members that one of the big ideas today that we have is that we want to start these 2 mega trails in our country. Like I mentioned, we have 73% of the Himalayan range. We want to have a mega trail starting from Jammu in Patni Top.
Okay.
It will be a walking and cycling trail going all the way to Namdapha in the eastern part of our country, Namdapha Tiger Reserve in Arunachal Pradesh. So we will even request the Ministry of Tourism to talk to the Ministry of External Affairs, Ministry of Home Affairs, and of course, MOEFCC, that this trail can be a through trail starting from Jammu going all the way across Nepal, Bhutan. It will become a world-class attraction. We will empower the local communities along the way, do homestays, do community campsites, and we want to make it a world example of sustainable tourism. And the other trail, of course, we believe is the soul of India. which would be the Ganga Nature and Heritage Trail, starting from Gomukh, going all the way down to Rishikesh, Haridwar, Varanasi, and finishing at Ganga Sagar in the Bay of Bengal. So that is one of our visions. We've gone ahead. We've started 5 chapters, 5 chapters in our country, 5 different parts. We've got 5 wonderful colleagues who are looking after these 5 stars. We have Vaibhav Kala, who's looking after the North India chapter. We have Shekhar Babu, who's another, I mean, he's like a brother for all of us. Shekhar is looking after the South India chapter. We have Oken Tayang, who's looking after Northeast India. We have Amit Perewal. Again, Amit, we are just very privileged to have him with us. Amit is looking after the East chapter, and Milind Bhide, who's looking after Western and Central India. The biggest thing, I mean, I think our next meeting, second meeting of the National Board for Adventure Tourism is happening day after tomorrow. So we are pushing things, we are moving things. But the one thing I want to request all our members is there are 2 things that are synonymous with adventure travel. The first one is risk management and safety. And I would like to urge all our members, we have the ATOAI safety guidelines. Folks, please do take a look at it. Not only do you have to do the correct thing, you have to be our honorary wardens. You have to ensure that every adventure operator in India is doing the right thing when it comes to safety. You have to politely but firmly tell everybody to follow the safety guidelines. There are 3 fundamental things here. One, of course, is our guidelines. Second is our guides. And the third is our equipment. So let's use internationally certified equipment in our operations. Our guides, we need to train them to the next level. ATOAI, day after tomorrow, let me share with you. We are launching a major initiative for responsible adventure guides training across the country. So our guides will get trained in first aid, CPR, and also our safety guidelines and the principles of leave no trace. We want to leave our campsites and adventure areas cleaner. As adventure operators, we are passionate about nature. So not only do all of you have to do the correct thing and follow the rules of 7 principles of leave no trace and leave our campsites and adventure areas cleaner than we find them. But all of us today, we have to be honorary wardens and ensure that everybody around us, this has to be a big tidal wave across our country. Safety guidelines and sustainability, leaving our beautiful nature, Mother Nature, cleaner than we find it. So I also want to urge our members, let's be passionate about adventure. Like Mr. Lohani sir said, I don't think there is any challenge too big for us, right? Let's work together. Let's achieve our objective. It'll be a huge national pride. India being ranked as amongst the 10 best adventure destinations by 2030. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wonderful, Ajit. What you have said is very, very, very strong words. Yes, 2030, the aim is fantastic. Bring down the action points, write down the action points on a single A4 sheet of paper. I have realized that anything which can be written down on a single A4 size of paper, that can get done.
Fantastic, Lohani. I think our takeaway today has been amazing. We all knew about your stories, but hearing it straight away from you, I was getting goosebumps, मेरे ख्याल से जितना आपने मतलब ज्ञान
एक्साइटिंग स्टोरीज तो बताई नहीं है
सिर्फ स्पेशली आपके पास आने पड़ेगा
एक एमपी को बैन किया था फिर वहां पे अमृतसर में एक्सीडेंट हुआ था
अच्छा
से पैसे लिए थे
आपके साथ सर स्पेशली बैठना पड़ेगा और आपकी बहुत कहानियां सुननी पड़ेगी और ज्ञान थोड़ा और लेना पड़ेगा सर, और इसके लिए मैं और अजीत आपको अलग से आएंगे सर, पक्का हो गया.
And we will, our first sort of physical meeting of the Northern chapter, we will request you, sir, to please join us and also have an informal evening with all of us. Yeah,
absolutely. We'll have that very soon. But
Yeah.
I must say, Lohani ji, that आज आपकी कहानियां सुनी MP tourism की, मतलब turnaround से लेके and from ITDC to Air India, incredible is the word. मतलब अगर इससे भी कोई बड़ा word अगर है तो मैं उसको use करना चाहूँगा. And the most important thing was you said that हम सब private sector में, so we do have this leeway that we can do what we feel like. हमारे अपने challenges होंगे, but to work in a government sector with इतनी बंदिशों के साथ में, and then you turned it around. I think that was stupendous job. Incredible is the word. So nothing is impossible, like you said. It is just an intent, और ज्यादातर हम अपने इंटेंट में ही मतलब रुक जाते हैं. जब इंटेंट मतलब सामने आती है, जैसे आपने बोला कि एक A4 साइज के पेपर पे लिख दीजिए इंटेंशन सॉलिड, then I think there's nothing to stop it. So what a fantastic story you've shared with us. So this is the biggest adventure I think that you've done. Adventure travel तो सर छोड़िए, वो तो खैर हमने करते रहे, लेकिन इतना बड़ा आपने जो एडवेंचर करा है और इतने बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, मतलब like you said, a very large बड़ा sick organization को आपने turn around कर दिया. So that is the biggest adventure I think that we take back from your stories today, and we can't thank you enough for being here with us. आपने जो इतना quality time spend करा हमारे साथ में, I think we'll never forget that.
so with that, Ronnie, will you please say a official vote of thanks, please?
Sure. Akanksha raised her hands. I think she wanted to say something.
If I can quickly, Ronnie, thank you so much.
Sure.
I have personally worked with Lohani ji back when I first went to see Madhya Pradesh, and he actually encouraged me to invest and take up a challenge of building a resort there. And today I can proudly say, Lohani ji, दो तो है, चौथा भी ऐड करने जा रहे हैं. Thank you so much for inspiration.
Wonderful.
Excellent. I think this was a great session today, Mr. Lohani. I think what I took away, and I'm sure the entire bunch over here took away from what you said, and which was also reflective on how you were presenting, is the humility. I think the humility and the passion makes you do anything what you want to do. So thank you very much. And I must say that I started working in Madhya Pradesh 4 years ago with the Madhya Pradesh tourism. And even today, they refer to you as someone who has turned around their lives. I was given the charge of operating Patal Court.
Great. Yes.
So I'm operating a camp there, and for the last 4 years, and your humility is one thing which still persists there, and people swear by it, and they have made it their mantra that unless you are humble, you can't succeed. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you for spending this time. It was wonderful. And thank you once again, all the members who took time today to join in here and reignite this push of getting together and benefiting from each other. I think we will continue to bring in many more such inspirational stories, people like Lohani Saab, and also our effort to do stuff for the membership. Thank you very much, and have a nice evening and a nice weekend. Look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sonali, can you close the meeting, please?
Yeah, sure. So
Sure, sir. Sure.
that brings an end to a wonderful evening. I think we can shut shop and relax and get back. We were supposed to meet for a little bit, right?
Yeah, so we can stay back, perhaps you, me, Ajit, Sonali, Rekha.
Nirat,
Yeah.
Nirat is there? Nirat is
Yes,
there.
sir. I'm ending this meeting. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.